What's up, everybody? It's Byron. The latest video on the NBA playoffs. I'm excited. NBA playoffs start today. It's going to be great. We got the 76ers versus the Nets. The Nets are a young, up-and-coming team. D'Angelo Russell's coming into his own. That's the star of that team. Jared Allen's also coming into his own. He's a big presence down low. Came from Texas. He blocks a lot of shots. He does a lot of defensive stuff. Big dude, big 7-footer. 76ers, they're big, just a big team all around. They got a big guard in Ben Simmons, big Joel Embiid. They got Tobias Harris, Jimmy Butler. They're a solid team. They've been solid all year. The Nets have had their up and downs, but they've been pretty solid also. They're in the 6-hole and 76ers are in the 3-hole. 76ers are just too much for the Nets this year. I think the Nets are just getting experience and see what they do in the next few seasons here, but I think they'll lose this. They'll get swept. They might get one if D'Angelo Russell gets hot and the team plays well, but 76ers are going to get to the second round in this one. The next game is this Magic versus the Raptors. The Raptors have been solid all year. The one thing I'm ready to see is what Kyle Lowry's going to do in the clutch in the playoffs. LeBron's not in the East anymore. He's not even in the playoffs right now. And that's really the reason why the Raptors have never gotten into the finals. And I want to see what the Raptors do this year without LeBron. I want to see what Kyle Lowry does in the clutch and see if he puts it all on Kawhi or if he's going to help Kawhi out a little bit. The Magic are young, and Terrence Ross, they got Mo Bamba. They have Valanciunas. He was also not Valanciunas, it's Virotic. He was an all-star this year, and they're a solid team. They just snuck in to the playoffs in the East, and I think the Raptors will handle them pretty well too and get it to the second round. The next game is the Clippers versus the Warriors, and I find this very interesting because the Clippers didn't even really want to get into the playoffs this year. They wanted to tank so they'd be able to get Kawhi Leonard for next season, but it didn't happen. They didn't tank. They traded Tobias Harris and still got into the playoffs. They got a pesky guard in Patrick Beverly. He's always pesky. He's going to try to guard Steph full court. They got Lou Williams. Lou Williams is a great guy off the bench. Probably be a 6th man of the year again. And they're just a good, solid basketball team. Not one all-star on that team. They're just a lot of different basketball players who play their role very well. And you got a great coach in Doc Rivers, and he's gonna get the job done. And they'll give Warriors a hard time. I think that it'll be a close game almost every game except one, but the Warriors end up sweeping them and beating them because it's playoff time, and the Warriors, when it comes to playoff time, they play. So that's going to be a sweep by the Warriors. But the Clippers are going to play as hard as they possibly can and give them a run for their money. The last game today is the Spurs versus the Nuggets. And I think this is going to be the upset of the day. I think the Spurs are going to beat the Nuggets. And the reason why I say this is because the Spurs have Greg Popovich, and he's going to have them ready. And once they get into the playoffs, you never know what they're going to do with it. So I think the Spurs are going to do real well today, and I think they're going to beat the Nuggets and surprise them. I think the Nuggets are going to go out and win this series, but I think the Spurs are going to surprise them. They pop them in the mouth. Greg Popovich, he's a great coach. He's got new players now. I mean, he don't have Tim, he don't have Tony, he don't have Manu anymore. But he has Rudy Gay on that team. He has the young guard and Lonnie Walker Jr. No, he's the third. Lonnie Walker the third, and young guard at him. He's very athletic. They got Brent Forbes. They have some players on that team who can make a little bit of noise. But in the end, the Nuggets are gonna win this series and go on to the second round. So that's all I got for you guys today. Hope y'all enjoy the playoffs, first round of playoffs. I'll be back tomorrow with a video about the games on Sunday. Yeah.